Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. The following is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is the verbatim federal courtroom testimony of the Sean Diddy Combs trial, as reported by Inner City Press. Nobody saw it coming. When Jim Carrey stepped into the courtroom that morning, silent, solemn, wearing dark sunglasses and a black coat, every sound in the room vanished. No smile, no jokes, no camera-ready persona. The man who had once made the world laugh had arrived not to perform but to confront the truth. He walked toward the witness stand, carrying a manila folder like it held his soul. Diddy turned to look, his expression unreadable. The air in the courtroom changed, and then Carrey said it. "I'm not here for revenge. I'm here to release what I've never dared say." There were no prepared statements, no press releases, just a trembling voice. Carrey took his seat, removed his sunglasses, and stared forward. He wasn't the prankster anymore. He was a witness. "I've done things I can't talk about without breaking," he began, voice low. And Sean Combs was at the center of it all. A hush spread through the courtroom. Jim clutched the edges of the stand as if bracing for a storm. He spoke of nights that broke his soul, bathtubs filled with ice, candlelit rooms, Hollywood's silent hierarchy watching. This wasn't testimony. It was exorcism, and everyone in the room knew it. He spoke softly, almost a whisper. "I was funny, but that wasn't enough." He described his early years, comedy clubs, impersonations, hustle, and the whispers about how to truly break through. People said, "There are doors, but you don't walk through them alone." Carrey recalled receiving an invitation. No location, just a driver. The destination? A mansion in the Hollywood Hills. They said it was just networking. It wasn't. He was met with incense, dim lighting, and masks. He thought it was weird. Then came the moment. To move forward, you have to play the game. The game, he realized, wasn't about acting. It was about submission. Carrey's voice shook. "I bathed with Sean Combs to get a role." Gasps rippled across the courtroom. Even the stenographer hesitated. Jim described the ritual: a luxury suite, candles lit, a bathtub already filled, Diddy waiting. He called it cleansing. Jim called it something else: humiliation dressed as opportunity. "I was told this was how the greats are made, that I had to wash away who I was." He did it, because he thought it was the only way. "Hollywood didn't break me," he said. "Diddy owned me." He wasn't done. Carrey looked around and said, "The parties were worse." He described his first Diddy party in 1996. No phones, no names, only masks. It wasn't networking. It was something darker. Corridors lined with velvet curtains, music looping hypnotically, strangers watching each other like predators and prey. People were ushered into rooms, some smiling, some crying. Carrey entered one. A comedian lay unconscious on a couch. 3 suited men laughed. No one helped. At the center of it all, Diddy drifting from room to room like a ghost, watching, selecting. It wasn't a party, Jim said. It was a ceremony, and the price of entry was your soul. Jim Carrey's voice cracked. "It wasn't just rituals or humiliation," he said. "It was surveillance." He described rooms where hidden cameras recorded guests. Assistants passed around NDA forms like napkins. Conversations were monitored. Diddy's people took notes: who resisted, who obeyed. Jim said he saw known casting agents watching. They weren't guests, they were gatekeepers. He told of a 2003 party in New York, where he saw a teenage singer led into a room. He looked scared. No one helped, not even me. And then came the worst part. "I was told, it's safer to be silent than to be honest." Carrey stared at the jury. Diddy didn't just attend. He orchestrated it all. Carrey's voice grew steadier. "I don't want Diddy to go to prison just for what he did to me," he said. "I want him to go for what he did to all of us." He described a system. one that preyed on the ambitious, the desperate, the young. Careers were traded for silence, trauma buried for fame. They give you the illusion of choice, he said. Then they watch what you're willing to give up. Carrey ended with no dramatic flourish, no outburst, just quiet devastation. They took my laughter, he said. They took my light. He looked at Diddy, and the man who held the match was always smiling while we burned.